Okay, so I lost the way to upload one of my videos to YouTube, and so this is this is how I'm gonna have to do it. I'm just gonna record my computer. It gets on my computer, but I cannot upload it to YouTube for some reason. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit play, and I'm so sorry about this. And it's not all gonna be like this. The the other parts will be fine. But it's just gonna be the first, I believe, 6 minutes of the video. Okie dokie, here we go. Hi there. Welcome back to my channel. I want to thank you today for coming and hang out with me. Today what I'm going to be doing, well, attempting to do, is a faux window. It's going to be a wall hanger, and I'm going to be using Dollar Tree picture frames. Now, I bought 6 of them, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do it with 4 or with 6 yet. So I guess we'll find out. Or if you've seen the thumbnail, you already know. But I went ahead and I got 2 of the frames started. And just to make sure that they were going to work out the way I had planned. And this is how I painted them. You can see the crackle medium that I used. So I'm going to be painting all of them like that. I'm going to do all 6 because, like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to do 4 or if I'm going to do 6. But to do that, we are going to need 4 or 6 of our picture frames from Dollar Tree, Waverly wax. This is actually truffle from Waverly. It's just been in there for so long. I need to use it up because it's thickened up. And also, I'm going to be using Crackle Medium by Folk Art. This bottle is actually really old too. It's been sitting in my stash, and I'm surprised it still works. But I got it way back when this little bottle was $3.99. And of course, you're going to need some paint brushes. I'm also going to be using a wood dowel. This is actually a garden stake, and you can get it at the Dollar General for $1. And I think it's like 4 feet. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 feet. There you go, just in case you want to look that up. But I grabbed a whole bunch of these the other day. They're only $1. I grabbed 10 of them. And then, of course, I'll be cutting some things out on my Cricut, some decals on my Cricut. And we'll also need our wood glue. And the wood glue I use is Titebond wood glue. You can get this at Lowe's. I'm also going to be using my heat tool. This time I'll pause the video before I turn it on, because the last time I did turn it on while I was trying to talk, and you couldn't hear anything I said. That video was in shambles. But anyway, I'm going to open the packages here, like, and I'm going to get started, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and opened these other ones. I just wanted to let you know, with these Dollar Tree frames, they are so cheap, and you have to open these tabs very carefully. If not, this, oh, sorry. Back here isn't even like a plastic. It's like a foam, like I don't even, maybe the whole thing's like foam. But on one of them, I tore a piece of the foam off. I'm going to go ahead and leave the tabs on there only because I don't know if I'm going to use them again or just E6000 the glass back on there. So with my truffle, I noticed that it was a little light, so I went ahead and I added some ink Waverly chalk paint in it. And you're going to give this, I'd say probably like a good 2 coats, because the plastic on here is really shiny. Bonita. Sorry, my dog's scratching. She's shaking. Oh, Lord. Help me. Yeah, it's going to need about a good 2 coats. Actually, you know, I might even sand down the frames. I had my zip sander. Let's see how this works. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's much better. Okay, so when you sand it, it gets more of a rougher edge. And with that, the paint will stick better to it. So I'm going to go ahead and sand these down and give them 2 coats of the Truffle Chalk paint by Waverly, and I'll be right back. Okie dokie, I'm back. I just wanted to let you know that on the one that I just went ahead and painted first without scuffing it up, that took about 3 coats of paint. And you want to get your frames scuffed up enough. You don't have to go through the whole thing. Don't worry if you miss a couple of spots, it's fine. But just so it has a texture to it, so the paint can stick better. So I'll go ahead and do this one. And I went ahead and also got the sides of it too, and inside, like these parts here, just in case, because it's going to be hanging and you don't want any light spots to show. Not that anybody should be looking behind your projects, but you never know. Excuse me. I've been sick for the past couple of weeks. I refuse to let it get me down. And like I said, it'll take 2 coats of paint. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry, let all of them dry, and then I'll come back and show you the next step. See you in a second. Okay, so there's that one. And also I should mention too, on towards the end when I'm putting the frame together, whichever way fits right with the dowels and the frames, keep it that way and glue it that way, because the end part, it was a happy ending, but I mixed everything up and I adhered it like that, and it just didn't stay the way I had planned, the way I had it. The cuts came out wrong. The frames, I don't think the frames are all the same size, but you'll see that in a few. But it turns out amazing, I promise. Hello, I'm back. Okay, so now what we're going to do, now that these are all nice and dry, we are going to take a paintbrush. Oh, maybe not that one. Oh, this one will work. And we're going to paint on the Crackle Medium by Folk Art. And we're going to give that a good coat on all the picture frames. And then after we coat them all, we're going to go ahead and speed dry this. I'm going to take out my heat tool and I'll dry everything up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do all that. Okay, so that's done. Now we're going to take our Waverly in white, and we're going to give all the frames a coat of the white now that the crackle is completely dry. This one I think is for the acrylic paints, not for chalk paint, so you have to be careful on how much you use. But let's see. You can just make one line down. That would be good. One thick line of paint. Try not to go over. And then I don't know if you can see it from there. I have you way up there, but it's already starting to show the crackle. Where's the camera? Can you see it? Right there. But you could already start. Oh, I think that is the prettiest thing. I love. Oh, right there, you can see it really good. And it starts really fast. Try and go in on this side there. Try and get as much as I can covered. And just do that to all of your frames. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now they're all done. They're not dry yet, but I wanted to show you, where was it? It was on this one. I wanted to show you, like, the more heavy-handed you are with the crackle medium, the bigger cracks you're gonna get. And I kind of didn't go heavy-handedly on all parts of the frames. Kind of wanted to look rustic and different, but I just wanted to share that with you. Even like on this one, you can see big crackles there, and then on the other side, not so much. So keep that in mind. The more heavy-handed you are with the crackle medium, the bigger cracks you're gonna get. Okay, so now we're getting to the square dowels, the garden sticks that I got from Dollar General. I cut 2 of them at 18.5 inches, 4 of them at 8.5 inches, and 2 of them at 21.5 inches. I think I went a little bit short. I'm gonna fall a little bit short, and if you can, they're not straight, but it's okay. We'll make it work. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is do the same exact thing that I did with the picture frames. I'm gonna paint them in truffle, and then let that dry completely. Go in with the crackle medium, let that dry completely, and do 1 coat of the Waverly wax. I'll be right back. Okay, and look at this. Let's see, which one do I want to show you? I want to show you this one. Now, it says to let it dry fully in between coats. I didn't listen. I let the brown paint dry, and then I went in with the crackle medium, and I didn't let that dry because I'm impatient, so I just went right on over with the chalk paint. And look at that crackle. Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. I went a little heavy-handed on some so I could get big crackle, and then on other spots I went really light-handed. Isn't that pretty? Now I'm going to go into the other room and get my frames, and we're going to start putting this together. Okay, so as I was putting this together, I realized that I didn't cut a board for the middle, and it looked really weird. So I just used one of the boards that I had from before, and I also went and I cut another piece of the stake, and this is at 23 inches, and it's going to go on this side. So it kind of completes the whole, I don't know if you could see there. And so what I did is I flipped my frames around, and So we're gonna start gluing the wooden pieces, the 4 shorter pieces to the middle dowel. And that's where the wood glue comes in. So I have these 2 pieces on the outside here to support it, so I don't mess it up. Oh, my glue squirted out everywhere. Just gonna go in. And put it together. And I'm going to do the exact same thing with all the other 4 pieces. Okay, so as I'm doing this, I'm thinking to myself that I need to add a little more stability to it. Security, stability, whichever. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these jumbo popsicle sticks. I got these at Walmart, and I put a dot of wood glue, and then I'm going to go in with hot glue. Wood glue, hot glue, wood glue, hot, and you get it. So I'm going to do that to both sets right here, just so we can make sure that doesn't come apart. And then we're going to flip it around, and with our frames, we're going to pull them as far back as we can, and we're going to go in with hot glue and E6000 to make sure that the frames stay in place. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. And boom, we're back in the craft room. Okay, I had to go to the kitchen table, the dining room table, to do all that because my craft table isn't very big. My craft room isn't very big. But okay, so here's everything. I did go in with some staples. I wanted to show you that. And here's the front side, and you can see where a little bit of wood glue popped out, but that's okay. We could just go over that with a little bit of white paint or brown paint, whichever one. So now we're going to get our frames and we're going to push them as far back as they go, so that way it actually looks like a window. And you can't see that because, okay, so right there. We're going to go as far back as we can. So it's going to go, darn, just like that. So you see that gap right there? It's going to go all the way down. And we're going to go in with some E6000 and hot glue. Okay, so first we'll go with the hot glue. And we're just going to get there in the corners. Here. Sorry if my head gets in the way. And here. I'll hold that for a second just till it dries. It's really cold in here, so the hot glue should dry pretty quick. I hope. Oh, I know what I should have done. I should have gotten... Oh, see? I think I make pretty stuff, but making it is... The ideas are what's a little bit difficult for me. So I think I'll do that on the next one. And then I'll add some more glue to the popsicle stick to hold it in place. So I don't really know exactly how to do things. I just do them as I go and see what works. So on this channel, you're probably going to see a lot of different ways to do things. And if you have a different way or an easier way, if you can, just tell me in the comments so I know for next time. Okay, I think that's going to hold. Yeah, it'll hold enough. So I'm going to go in with one more bead on each side. Doing it with my left hand, and I am not left-handed. Okay, right there. And then I'm going to go in with some E6000. Try not to mix it because we don't want our glues to mix. Oop, that's even cold. It's cold in here. You usually probably hear me sniffle a lot, but like I said, it's cold. It's cold in this room, and we get really cold winters here in New Mexico. And then I live in the northern parts of New Mexico, so that makes it a little colder. And then I'm just gonna, oops, I'll take this side. I'm just gonna go push it down a little. Yeah, that hot glue's already dry. So I'll do that. I didn't put any on this side. Excuse me. Okay. That'll hold her. Okay. So once we've got that part down, let's plug back in our glue gun because it'll get cold. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut and measure out the popsicle sticks. And these are easy to cut too. If I could find my scissors, I'd show you. There you go. Get an old pair of scissors, some that you don't really use. And then you can cut the edges off and just, it's really easy, see? And about right there. Oops. Kind of cracked. Oh no! Oh, but it's okay. Alright. Yep, that'll work out way better. So I'll get the wood glue and the staple, and I'll go ahead and do that 2 more times and attach them. Alrighty, so as you can see, we're back in the dining room, and this is what our window will look like so far. I need to still turn it around and staple. Now the back part's not going to look too pretty, but that's how it looks on the back. So and I'm going to go ahead and on each corner, wait, can you see? On each corner, I'm going to go ahead and lay some staples in there. And then I'll go back in, and I gotta make sure I have stability from these boards to the side of the frame. So yeah, from right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so I finished that up, and I went ahead and put some pictures in there, and the glass and the backing back on it, as you can see. These pictures are of my family, yes, but they're going to be temporary just until I can resize them and find the right ones. So isn't it pretty? So there you have it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me. And remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Those of you who already have, I really appreciate you.